Our biggest and best food creator is visiting Prague. Welcome.
They look amazing.
This one, the cream cheese with strawberry.
The meatloaf sandwich.
Let's go! I think my face. We shall start.
I'm intrigued to find out what the Czech Republic McDonald's breakfast is like.
Where is it then?
Ah, I found it. I can see the golden arches. Let's have a look at the menu at least first anyway.
Whoops. How do I cancel? We'll just try the other side. English. What are they? Toasts. Ah, you can get cheese toasties, ham toasties, bacon toasties, bagels. That looks good. Scrambled eggs.
Hello. I was wondering what you would recommend for the breakfasts.
What I recommend, like,
Yeah.
I like the
Okay.
like
The
this-
country breakfast.
Yes, little bakery.
I'll go for that one.
Yeah.
Thank
Do you
you.
want it in the middle or?
Is that with like the hash brown on the
Yes.
coffee? Yes, please. So yeah, this is like a normal burger bun, but with patties, cheese, some sort of sauce. Because it's got a normal bun, it tastes more like a normal McDonald's burger. And the sauce isn't really like a breakfast sauce. Hash browns are banging. Wasn't too bad, to be honest, but not what I was expecting. We'll check out soonish, but I can leave my bag and stuff at the hotel and then grab it later before we get the flight, because we're gonna go to some lunch at a traditional Czech place. I'm not sure what it's called just yet. Someone commented on one of my videos suggesting a place to go and what to get there. So I think it was like a goulash, but the goulash is served literally in a bread roll. So like, rather than it being in a bowl, the bowl is bread. So I think we might give that a try. And then after that, we're gonna head off for the food tour. So we have a little bit of a problem. I was meant to be doing the food tour, which I mentioned a few times now, but they've literally just messaged and said, basically they can't do the food tour because they need at least 2 people to be on it, and I was the only one that booked on it today. So we were going to be going around Prague in a group with a guide, and he was going to take us to loads of different street food vendors. But the good news is he's going to let me know all of the places that we would have visited and where to find them and stuff like that. So we can still do the food tour, it just won't be with a guide showing us round and stuff like that, so it's all good. Would I be able to check out, please?
Check out?
Yes, please. And am I okay to leave a couple of bags here?
Of course.
Awesome.
You have the luggage around.
Thank you.
So. Or you want?
Yes, I'll be back a little bit later.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is freezing today. We're all checked out now, so we're gonna go and grab some food. It's about a 10-15 minute walk. It's a place called, I can never remember the places that we're going to. It's called Melangis. I can't pronounce it. Melangis? I don't know how to say it, but that's where we're going anyway. This was somewhere, not that I've chosen, but someone who follows me on social media, they've picked this place and they've picked what I'm going to be eating. So, as I mentioned earlier, it's basically a bread roll, like a small loaf of bread that's been hollowed out, and then it's got goulash in the middle. So it should be pretty tasty. Looking forward to trying it. Hang on a minute. Okay, so it doesn't open until 11, and we're going to be there at like 10 to 11. So we will have a little walk around, see what sights we can see in the meantime. We're back where we were yesterday on that square, and I found out, so this is the astronomical clock tower, I think it's called. Yeah, it's called the astronomical clock. So this is apparently a medieval astronomical clock attached to the old town in Prague, the Old Town Hall in Prague, which is the capital of the Czech Republic, of course. The clock was first installed in 1410, wow, that's old, making it the 3rd oldest astronomical clock in the world and the oldest clock still in operation. That's mental. Didn't know that. Now we do, and that makes sense why there's so many people around it currently taking pictures. Now we're going to walk to the Powder Gate Tower. That's a pretty cool motorbike. What is this? Oh, Steel Art Museum. I like Transformers. Look at that. Star Wars. We've just arrived at the Powder Gate Tower. Time for a little history lesson and for me to learn myself. So, the Powder Tower or Powder Gate is a Gothic tower in Prague. It's one of the original city gates. It separates the old town from the new town. And apparently, like loads of the different historical sites and stuff in Prague, it undergoes periodic preservation and restoration, and the most recent treatment began in summer 2024 and scheduled to be completed in October. So I think it was revamped or retreated or something like that last year. Very cool. It's almost 11 o'clock now, so we're going to walk back to the restaurant where we're going to get that goulash, and then after that I think we'll take a walk to the Prague Castle, and then we'll try and stop off at some street food places on the way there. I did think it felt cold, but I just checked and the temperature is currently 0 degrees Celsius, so that explains why it feels so cold. But really clear skies and nice and sunny, luckily. Also, we arrive at 11:01 and it opens at 11 o'clock, so I don't know if that's a little bit too keen or not, but all good. I think I found it, but all of the staff are outside currently. The restaurant open? Is this open? Yeah. No, not together, just on my own. Is it table for one? Yes, please. Thank you. How are you? Good, and you? Yes, good, thank you. How do you say how are you in Czech?
Jak se máte? Jak se máš?
Jak se máš. Okay, thank you. Jak se máš is how are you? There it is. Beef goulash from beef meat in a loaf of bread. Interesting. I think it was a good recommendation because he said the one that I went for is the most popular thing and people come here like specifically for that. So whoever it was on social media that picked this meal and restaurant for me, thank you. Hopefully it tastes good. Also, if you haven't yet, please do hit the subscribe button, like, comment and share, because it really helps me out. So if you are enjoying the videos, do hit that subscribe button. The food has just arrived and it smells so good. Look at this. Look at that. This is going to be good. So good. Flavours are amazing. So delicious. I am so full after eating that. That was so nice. I think it was probably a bit of a heavy meal. Yeah, a bit of a heavy meal to have at 11:30 AM in the morning, as we're about to do a food tour as well. So we're going to walk off that meal by walking to Prague Castle, cross over the bridge, which was where we were yesterday for that river cruise. The views here are amazing. So nice. It's about a 20-minute walk in total from where we were to the castle, so we should be able to walk off a bit of that food, ready for the next food. I definitely almost just got run over by a tram. We're almost at the castle, we just got these steps / hill to go up.
I think my
I went from being cold to being absolutely sweating now after walking up that hill. Sweaty. But we've arrived at the castle. We'll go and see what the views are saying over here. See the whole of Prague from up here. What's out here? Ah, you can't go up, it's padlocked. So I think we found the castle now. Looks amazing. Look at that. Right, the travel guide who was going to take us on the street food tour around Prague has just replied, and he sent us 5 different places where we were going to go on the street food tour to try out. The first place is basically like a Czech deli shop where apparently a lot of Czech people would typically go and get open-faced sandwiches, which sort of reminds me of when I was in Copenhagen and they had the smørrebrød, which is like an open-faced sandwich. So I think it might be their version of something similar. It was about a 30-minute walk from the castle. We're now only 14 minutes away, so it shouldn't take too long to get there. And I might stop off for a coffee at somewhere between here and there too. We've just arrived at Libersky Lahudki. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Libersky Lahudki. So they recommended, oh, it's quite busy in there. Basically the open-faced sandwich, I think half of it is egg salad and the other half is ham. Oh, wrong way. Went in the wrong door. Oh, wow. Oh, look at all of these. They look amazing. Egg salad and ham, so we'll try that. Could I get one of these, please? One. Thank you. Thank you. Now we've got to find something to sit. I don't think we can. Yeah, there's not really any room. So we'll go outside and find somewhere to sit and eat this one. That was really busy in there. It must be really popular. Well, clearly it's popular. It looks really, really nice. I found a bench that we can sit on. Here we are. This tastes really good. I definitely recommend it. But I think it's somewhat of like a potato salad with like mayonnaise and stuff like that on the bottom, and then it's got like a half an egg on top. That was really good, and it only costs, I think it was like £1.20 for that, which wasn't bad at all. Now we're heading off to Nedlin, which is, I believe, a dumpling store, which apparently is a really, really common food over here. I think dumplings, the tour guide said, was one of the most, if not the most popular side dish here in Prague. And this place, they basically stuff them with all sorts of fillings. I think you can get sweet ones or savory ones. And the one he's recommended that I try is a smoked pork stuffed dumpling. And I think it's smoked pork and cabbage. So I'm gonna give that a try. It's about a 7-minute walk from here. We've just arrived at Nedlin's. Let's give their dumpling a try. Are they all sweet, or do you do savory?
Savory. So this one is sweet, and this one is savory.
Okay. Someone recommended a smoked pork one. Do you do smoked pork?
We do, but I would recommend smoked duck. It's not smoked, it's roasted duck.
Roasted duck. Okay, I'll give that one a try.
Anything to drink?
Maybe just some water, if that's okay.
Sparkling or still?
Still, please. Thank you. Right, dumpling acquired. So I was going to get the pork, but he suggested getting the roasted duck, so we've got that instead. It cost about £2.50, I think, and then there was a water as well, so it was about £4 with the water. Oh wow. Got cabbage in there too. That was really good. I don't know how to describe it. The dumpling itself almost tastes like a donut. It's hard to explain, it's sort of like sweet. We've just arrived at Kalitri, I think that's how you say it. It's a place that does traditional Czech sweet pastries, so this was another place that the tour guide recommended, so let's give it a try. Hello. I was wondering what one you would recommend. I was told to come here, but I'm not sure which one.
Like explain flavors or my recommendations?
Your recommendation.
Okay, so my personal favorite ones are two. This one, the most traditional with the poppy seed and almonds, and then this one, the cream cheese with strawberry. I would say that these two are the most traditional, and I also love them the most.
Okay, so the most traditional, but also the ones you like the most.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Exactly.
I think that one, the cream cheese with the strawberry.
Okay.
I would try both, but I've eaten quite a lot today already. So.
Okay, and for here, wait. You can sit down.
Yeah, I can sit there, no problem.
Make you coffee.
Yeah, could I get a flat white, please? Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy.
That was delicious, really, really tasty. It was, well, pretty much as I described it, it was just a sweet pastry. I don't really know how to describe it. It wasn't like a flaky pastry, it was more of a doughy pastry, if that makes sense, and then cream cheese and strawberries. It was really, really good, definitely recommend. I think it was about roughly £2.50. It was £4 or £5, including the flat white as well. And now we're heading off to somewhere called Naze Meso, I think it's called, which basically serves sort of like a meatloaf. I think it's like 80% pork, and they breed their own pigs for the meat that they use in these. So it's sort of like a burger, but instead of a normal beef burger, it's like a meatloaf burger basically. We have arrived at Naze Meso. I'm actually not that not that hungry now. I'm not even that hungry now. I've eaten quite a lot, but let's give it a try. Hello. Could I get the Sakanya V House?
Sorry?
Sakanya V House? I think that's...
Second hostel. Meatloaf sandwich.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it, thank you. Order number 333. We've got our food. This is what it looks like. The meatloaf sandwich. It's just on like a table on the outside of the shop. You can see all of the meat hanging there. Let's give it a try. That's really good. It's got what tastes like some sort of like mustard in there and pickles. So we got a couple of slight problems. My phone battery is almost dead, and the battery on my GoPro is almost dead, and the memory card on the GoPro is almost full. So we need to head back to the hotel because that's where my bag is, and it's got a GoPro, batteries, memory card and power bank for my phone. So it's about a 17-minute walk, and then afterwards I've booked on to do a beer tasting and beer tour sort of thing. So over here in Prague, the Pilsner is a really, really popular beer. I may or may not be wrong, but I think here is where that beer originated. So it's sort of like a little tour sort of thing and beer tasting. So I don't know what it's going to be like. We'll have to wait and see, but we're going to head back to the hotel now, and then we'll check that out afterwards. Just arrived at the Pilsner beer experience. Apparently it's the story of the world's first Pilsner I can't speak. It says the story of the world's first Pilsner beer. Hello, is this the right place for this?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Absolutely. Yeah, please
Thank
go
you.
ahead. Actually, I didn't even check the ticket properly. I'm so sorry. I just saw Get Your Guide and I was like, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, no, that's it. Awesome.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Love your recipes and the way you do things. Awesome. Really.
Would you like to be on the video?
Oh my God, yes,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Well,
of
thank
course.
you for following. You
No,
can say hello.
absolutely. Our biggest and best food creator is visiting Prague. Welcome. I hope you will enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
There's a couple of extra beers, and then I'll prepare
Awesome.
something for you as well.
Am I okay to use the toilet quickly as well?
Absolutely. Just
So I've got a headset on, and the headset's basically walking me through everything and talking me about, well, the tour. The person there basically recognised me and he was like, are you Mills of Max? And I was like, yep. I didn't have the camera on at the time, so I turned it on afterwards so he could be on the video. Liquid bread, beer from bread. No way. They made beer by baking dough on the ground, germinated cereals, and they place these loaves with yeast in jars of water where it become a kind of beer bread. That's pretty cool. This is what they used to be served in. That's the beer tour done, and then now going up to the beer hall. And they've just given me some tokens, but at the start, the guy that recognised me from social media and stuff, he gave me 3 tokens, so I think he's just given me, he gave me 3 free beers, and then they've just given me 2 tokens, so I think I've got 5 beer tokens, so I'm not going to have 5 beers here before leaving, but we'll have one. We're now doing a beer downing competition.
If the form is poured correctly, it's about 2/3. Whoever finishes their drink first, puts it on. Let's go!
I think we'll end the vlog there for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because next week we're heading off to Latvia and Estonia.